Hello there, YouTube. Today we're going to be doing a run of Rhea Towers, but it's going to be slightly different because I'm going to make sure that everything is done first try. But the main thing that's going to separate this typical run here, this little segmented little run, is that we have Spin Slash. And with Spin Slash, we're able to perform a trick called Hit and Run. Shoutouts to Krody for figuring out that this is a possible trick to do. And it is a thing where essentially you do an HSP, but you get crazy distance and you could go crazy far. And by utilizing this, the main things that we would be able to do is essentially skip from tower to tower to tower. The idea of this video is to be able to showcase how fast can Rhea actually be completed using this method, seeing how much time save can actually be done if perfectly executed. So I guess without any further ado, let's just get into it. So unfortunately, I did want to record my video, my gameplay by itself on the side, but the quality of that wound up being a lot worse than it did on stream. So I'm just going to do a simple voiceover in the background here. And you may notice improvements can be made ever so slightly, like homing attack on that mushroom a little early, and also the fact that I just go crazy on the first enemy here. But the general consensus is that I get the trick, the primary trick that I want to execute first try, and getting able to go over to the tower. Right. Thank goodness. I also want to give a quick shout out to 𝓼𝓸𝓬𝓲𝓪 for releasing Portal Gear Frontiers, which is essentially a save state instance. I'll have that link down below. So right here is the first instance of the hit and run technique. Use that to go from Tower 1 to Tower 4. Tower 4 can be essentially considered the central area because it's got way more than enough spinny guys to go from one place to another. So for this example here, I just really want to go down to this cube-like section where they move up and down. There's plenty of them. You could use hit and run on any of those enemies to get your way over here. I just figured the one that's not moving is the best, and we go on over to the last tower. So for the last tower, you want to just go in the same direction of which the arrow is on the button, and there's one guy that's just casually waiting for you to move on over to the second to last tower. I get a whole bunch of height here, which could, guess, be considered a time loss, but essentially I just managed to be able to make it onto the top of the tower. Sure. Wicked. And now for this one, you want to be able to walk around the rail that activates the 2D section. It may be a little tricky to get, but down over here there's no more spinny guys in the 2D section, but you can enter 2D sections while in 3D. So you can just abuse that and just work your way over to Tower 3. I did land on the platform there, which is sort of slower, I guess, but I didn't really make it to the tippy top, but I figured that this would have been good enough because it's practically there. Now we're on our way to the last tower, and in which case we're actually going to force ourselves in 2D, because whenever you get a hit and run, I would like to think that hit and runs are significantly easier in 2D, but in doing them in 2D, you get a heck of a lot more height than usual. Right there I did stay in the air a little more than I really should have, but essentially I just dive on down to the tower instead of climbing, and we're pretty much done. We activated the last tower in 2 minutes and 54 seconds. And that time can even be improved due to just better execution. But essentially, I can say with full confidence that a sub 3 minute Rhea is definitely possible. And so with that, I would like to say thank you for sticking around for the video. I hope you enjoyed that. And heck, who knows? Maybe this can be done in a full-on run, any percent. But the trick is going to be finding enough experience. But overall, I just thought I'd be able to share this with y'all. Splice little run, and yeah, if you guys enjoyed, make sure to subscribe, like the video, all that jazz. But till next time, guys, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and peas and carrots, y'all.